What's up, everybody? It's your girl, Lexani Love, and I know I've been a little quiet during this time. And to that, I want to say, because I see a lot of people, oh, if you're silent, then you're condoning it. That's not true. Some of us is just not so wrapped up into social media, so we may be actively speaking to people outside of social media or trying to do things to help. But anyways, hello, I'm here. Hi. And it's time to take note. Because when I speak, of course, everybody knows I speak coming from a place of love. So I want to bring some things to the table today in hopes of getting you to see things from different perspectives. Right now, America is in a state to where we are all angry. We're all upset, confused, where we don't understand right now what's going on. We need help. And we don't know if we could turn to our neighbor on the left or our neighbor on the right to find that help. Because everything is trying to pull us against each other instead of together. So first thing that I want to say is Black lives matter. But all life matters too. I know a lot of you probably feel some type of way about me saying that. But all lives matter too. Now, for those of you who have been out here really protesting and standing against the Black Lives Matter movement in a way to say that all lives matter, I say to you this. I truly understand you, and we see you on the front line supporting us. We appreciate that, and I'm speaking probably coming from a lot of people in the Black community. We appreciate that. We want you to continue to do that. It makes us happy to see that we are loved by you. But right now, the all lives matter, so many people feel so against you saying and pushing that because of, you know what, let me put it in a form, a simpler form. If you believe in God or you read your Bible, open up to Luke 15. And in short, what Luke 15 talks about is it being 100 sheep. And out of those 100 sheep, one sheep gets missing. Now, in this moment, Jesus is like worked up. He's in the mind state of, I have to go and find and save that sheep. Now, the 99 sheep are looking and wondering and asking, well, what about us? You just gonna leave us? Like, we're here, don't we matter? And he tells those sheep, yes, you do matter. But y'all 99 are safe and okay. That one is in danger. So I hope that by you hearing that, you understand why there are so many angry people when you are saying all lives matter. I agree with you. All lives do matter. But in this moment, the Black community as a whole is that one sheep that's in danger. So please continue to support us and to help us during this time. But we don't want to overshadow the Black Lives Matter movement with the All Lives Matter movement just because right now, again, that 99 is okay. That one is in danger. So like I said, I support you. I'm with you. I'm not one of the ones that's just like, don't post it, because I will post it too and say all lives matter. But I just want to share that insight so that way you understand why people are so upset. Okay, hopefully that touched you. Now on to the next thing. A lot of people in the Black community right now are violently protesting. They are breaking windows. They're burning down buildings and cars. They're destroying the city and town that they live in, that their family members, work in and need to be able to sufficiently provide for their families. And I've heard people try to back this up by using Martin Luther King as an excuse of why they're doing it. I want to leave this here with you. Martin Luther King changed the entire world. The entire world. Without burning down a building, without robbing places, and without tearing up his city or town. The entire world without that. So if this whole cycle keeps going on where we feel like violence is the answer to everything because violence was done unto us, it's just going to be a back and forth. And so I sat there with you. He decided to do something different and it changed the world. This whole pattern, it's not working. Take your time to sit down and think outside the box if you're truly trying to make a change. Now, lastly, I back the blue. Yeah, I know a lot of you probably just felt some type of way about me saying that, but I do. And let me tell you why. Because they are people just like we are people. They have families just like we have families. And at the end of the day, they have a mother and a father or a brother and sister that's waiting for them to come home, just like you. They work in a field just like you work in a field. And while you're saying, okay, you know, yeah, all of them may not be bad, but they are sitting here and they're a part of a force that is doing wrong things and they're condoning it by still being a part of it. That right there reflects how your mindset is not even triggered or formed to look at it from a different perspective. Because if we get technical, we all work in a certain job field. And within our job fields, even our friendship and our relationships, nobody can sit here and tell me that they have ever turned their cheek to something that has happened that was wrong. Or that you felt like it's not my business, I'm not getting into it. Or this ain't my business, so I don't care. There are things that goes on in this community on an everyday basis that is wrong, that we have all maybe in some way contribute to not changing because we turn our cheek. Or because we feel like it's not our business. And I'm not saying it's right. But all I'm saying is you got doctors out here who practice malpractice. You got lawyers out here who lie to cover up stuff that's wrong. You got fast food workers who go and do nasty stuff to people's food. I can go on and on and on in each job field and point out stuff that people do. But you're still working for that person or you're still working for that business and you still ignore it. So I say this to say, nobody can point fingers at anybody until you look within yourself and ask yourself, are you truly making changes? Or are you standing up in your everyday waking life and making sure that you're addressing everything that goes wrong in this community? Because we have so many people suffering, not just in the Black community, but I know it is a lot of suffering in the Black community. So I'm not saying that. But we have people everywhere that's suffering. And if you do want to minimize it to just our Black community, it's people suffering in the Black community because of you. Not a cop. But you may be doing something to contribute to their suffering. We got people in our community every day that's turning a gun against one another instead of sitting here trying to uplift and empower each other and talk it out. And what are we doing about that? Who is going to address that? Nobody, right? You're turning a cheek to it. You may say something about it, but you're not really getting out here active about it. But you want to get active in a situation like this. Again, I'm not condoning anything, but all I'm saying is think about the parts that you play in the community as a whole before you try to point the finger at somebody else. Like they say, you point a finger, you always got 3 fingers pointing back at you. What are you doing? My next thing about Back in the Blue, they're not all bad. And I hear you guys saying, okay, you know, they condone it. They don't do anything about it. There's plenty of videos that goes around where you have Black cops and white cops doing good in the community that is standing against the stuff that the bad cops are doing. You just don't see it because the world sheds so much light on the negative things that they don't share the positive things that actually goes on. So, no, I disagree with the fact that they're not doing anything about it. It takes one person to make change, even if it's in one person's life. And even if it's just one cop that is out here and did something different to make a change in somebody's life, that is a start. And furthermore, if you felt like you really, really wanted to make a change in our community and with the cops, do you not realize that to be a cop, it doesn't really even take a lot? You can have a high school diploma and become a cop. So instead of trying to say, oh, we're against it, and you really want to make change, A lot of y'all complain about not having the means and access to be able to do certain things. For some of you, you've dreamed when you were little to become a cop, and then you grew up to learn that you should be against them. Don't let this world cloud your mind about cops. You have the ability to become a cop and go and change some of the things you don't like that's happening within the force. Just like a lot of cops are doing out here, both black and white. Black lives matter. All lives matter. And I back the blue. How about you?